Hey everybody, this is herculespetix, founder, curator, docent, and gift shop employee of the herculespetix Academy of Comic Book Studies. Today we're going to be looking at Howie Action Comix by a cartoonist named Howard Chakowicz. And other than this graphic novel, I've never seen this guy anywhere, never heard of him. I don't know why I picked this up, when I picked it up. I probably picked it up because I like the look of the art. It's a very unique style of drawing, but this stuff is really funny. It's the kind of stuff I like, the kind of comics I like. Definitely want to get more of this guy. I think he's got like 5 books out, according to Wikipedia. But this guy's kind of not a celebrity, but he's kind of well known in Canada. He's I think he lives in Quebec, and he's on like an NPR radio show, something like NPR. Maybe it's the Canadian version. And I think he's been on TV. He's done all this other stuff. And he's also a fine artist. He gets like gallery shows and museum shows and shit like that. But I think that's a waste of his talents because when you're good at comics, that's what you should do. And fuck everything else. And this guy's really good. He's really funny. You can tell, like, just, okay, this guy draws differently than most people. Kind of ugly almost. But some good stuff. It's not very fat, kind of thin. And I'm pretty sure all the stuff is previously published, a collection. Little taglines or shout-outs from Bernie Moreau and Rick Trumbull's. I like this back cover, too. It's nice drawing. Okay, this book came out in 2008. Let's crack it open. So we got a nice little title page. And there's a cartoon even on the indicia page. And the dedication page. It's really, I really like his stuff. It's just like, it's sloppy. And yet you can see that he just, underlying all the like kind of almost sloppy crudity. It's, he knows how to draw. He's, just the position this guy's in. I love this one. That's a nice drawing. Some of these are just gag panels, and but we got full stories too. This is like gives you a sense of his humor. 2 guys fishing on a lake. So explain it to me again. How is this supposed to take my mind off the fact that I brutally murdered my wife? And look at these trees. That's just like, you know, Johnny Ryan trees just slapped on. I know I mention this name a lot because he's my friend, and not just that. It's not like I talk about my other friends. But over the years, he's given me so many comics. That's so many from my collection. His anthologies that he's been in. And I'm talking about Chris Cajero Cilla. And this kind of reminds me of his stuff. Not really, but kind of. It just has a resonance. Some of them are very like non sequiturs. Just this old man having a heart attack. It's like my heart. And the cat's playing with his his little belt on his bathrobe. It's just a very dark sense of humor. So here we have Welcome to Howie Comix. This is Howie. He's a morbidly obese, I guess he's still a child, but, and he's got this mean mom. So he goes to school. Every day is hell at school for him. Everyone hates him. He just draws him so repulsively. And for some reason, Howie just always walks around naked, and nobody seems to care. He doesn't get in trouble for it. They don't send him home from school. He's introducing these 2 guys from school who are, like, they've got a pitchfork and a baseball bat and a board with a nail in it. And it looks like they're coming for him, and they're all yelling, "Fatso, Tubbleard." And Howie just introduces them as, this is Greg and Keith, and they're my friends. Like, he's just totally clueless. Everyone hates him so much. The girl he has a crush on is just like, F you, Porky. The teachers hate him. Every day they just throw shit at him. It's just like, it's really like mean-spirited, this comic. Like, it was almost painful to read. Maybe because I'm a big fat guy. And when I was a kid, when I was full of self-hatred, I thought that this is how everyone looked at me. And for poor Howie, it's a reality. Everyone does just hate his guts and wants to hurt him. So that's our little introduction to Howie. And now we have some little panel gags. And a lot of these I just don't even get. Like this almost zombie-looking monstrosity dancing with this kind of hot girl. And everyone watching is like, she so wants to fuck him. I like this one. Yeah, that's right. You keep on running, you swamp thing. And he's thinking to himself, man thing. Or he yells out to him. And it does look like man thing. This guy's thinking about jumping off of a building, and the cops are like, don't jump, you piece of shit, loser. We can talk. Failed musician. Some of these are just nice, interesting drawings, like this one. I don't think he's trying to be funny here, unless I'm even more dense than I think I am. It's just some really cool drawing. I love the ink, the chunky ink here. It's almost abstract. Just all these like blobs of ink. Interesting drawing. Here's a one-pager. Some more gag panels. This guy's just waking up in his pajamas. Where am I? He's in the middle of a trapeze act. Another one of those just drawings. Almost like something from his sketchbooks, I imagine. Pear-shaped man in a pear-shaped chair, thinking of pears. Here we have another Howie comic. So Howie tries to be nice to these kids. And of course, they're just like, it's that Tumbleard, get him. But then they're all going to play chicken. I don't know if you guys remember when like someone gets on your shoulders, if you were a fat kid. So I was always the bottom in chicken. Nobody could carry me on their back or on their shoulders. And so they actually pick Howie. They hate him, but they figure, oh, we need someone to play chicken on. And Howie and his partner, they actually win. People are shooting arrows at Howie. He's got arrows coming out of him. The kid on top of him has got a board and a nail. I really like his drawing. It's so, not typically attractive or pretty drawing, obviously. It's just this panel's amazing to me. So yeah, here we go. Howie and his partner win. And Howie's thinking, Peter's my friend. And when he gets home, he says, today was the best day ever. For once, Howie has a taste of being accepted and being a winner. And his mom just yells at him and brings him down again. This is Bobby Boner, the boy with the big boner. Some more of these almost like sketchbook drawings. Just, I think Howard Chakowicz is just like, I feel like drawing this today. I like this weird looking guy. Relationships can be difficult. I'm going to be in a Ray Harryhausen movie. It doesn't even make sense. Like, some of this humor actually does remind me of M.K. Brown and a little Beagle Band. More M.K. Brown, though. More just someone saying a random thing. But the way he draws them is kind of funny. Looks like this kid's meeting the Hulk. So this guy is kind of drawn all scribbled. And some guy is yelling at him, hey, scribble down, you fucking idiot. Don't even know what that means, but I like it. This one's called Squirrel Lover. I think this is one of my favorite comics, 2 pages of comics ever. No, okay, I'm exaggerating, but I love this one. And we see this guy at the park. He's feeding seeds and nuts to the squirrels. And then he tries to lunge at the squirrels. Yeah, I guess he wants to pet them and play with them. Of course, they're too quick. So he goes to a bakery, and he tells the baker. He gives him some specifications. And we see that he asked the baker to make him a bread suit. With no words, it's just pictograms. The baker says screwball. So 2 days later, he gets so it's like bread pants, a bread helmet, a bread shirt. And then all the critters in the park come out. And he's just laughing. They're all pecking at him. And they're all, not running from him. So he gets to pet them all he wants. And this last panel where he's completely enveloped in these critters. I don't know why this little 2-page story tickled the hell out of me. It's so sad in a weird way, too, that this guy's so lonely. He's willing to go through all this trouble just so the squirrels will play with him. Oh, my God. There's some kind of sea creature or whatever coming out of the lake. And this guy's all like, you sucky pee-pee? You understand, pee-pee? Oh, this is what I love. What are those guys with the end is near placards? And the nuclear bomb goes off, and he's just like, yes, finally. This one really reminds me of M.K. Brown. Pizza delivery guy's like, that'll be $14.36, man. Ah! And this old woman's like, I ordered 7-Up. And she's running him through with a fencing sword. Here's another 1-pager. This one's very odd. This guy's sad about the girlfriend that left him. So his dinosaur buddy says, you should lose your mind and tear at your face and shit like that. And he does. And the dinosaur's like, get it all out, man. This was so weird. You failed math. I don't know if this is like the god of math. If this is Euclid. And he's chopped off this kid's head with his ruler and he's about to kill this kid. There's so many different styles in here. Like, look at this with the shading, the kind of, I think he just took his pencil, shaded this one. Some are tighter, obviously, than others. Like, look at the guy's face here. And sometimes it's incredibly rough. Like, it is just something from a sketchbook. This one is insane. Salmon tuna in bottomless pit. And we see these guys falling in this bottomless pit. 2 hours later, they're still falling. 2 days later, they're starting to get chilly. And we see all the ground around them. A week later, they're snagging roots and tubers out of the ground, out of the walls. So we see, it's growing out of this dirt. 4 months later, one of them's beaten off while looking at the other one's butt. He's asleep. 40 years later, and one of them's dead. And the other one's all like, oh, sweet Christ, no. This guy's got such a weird brain. Some more nice little bizarro drawings. Here's some more panels. Stop, you man-beast. This almost looks Dr. Seussian. See, like, that face just makes me laugh. It's he's one of those artists like M.K. Brown and B. Coban who just, I just look at some of the faces and I think it's hilarious looking. I can't explain why. The black belt Bow Wow, the karate dog. This one's just silly, it's just dumb. I'm off duty. This looks totally different than the other faces we've seen. This one. This guy looks like he just murdered this guy with his bare hands. Love that drawing there of his body bent over like that. And the ghost of the dead guy is patting him on the head and smiling at him. What the fuck is the story behind that? Tortured artist. We see this guy. He's molding some clay. He punches the clay. He fucks it. He hides inside of it. He kicks it. He poops in it. And then we see him at the art gallery showing it off. Showing off the finished work. I don't really understand it either. He's not afraid to make just really dumb ones. We see this kind of hobo cat. He's like, please give purr. We see a monkey with a machete here, and he's just going, ooh, 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 while this guy shoots him. It's kind of pith helmet. I really like this. It's an angry face in the sky. I don't know if it's supposed to be God or something. And this cute little kid just saying, hello. Oh, man, where's this guy been all my life? Actually, I've had this for a long time. I just haven't picked this off the shelf in probably 20 years or 15 years. Some of this drawing, I just love this stuff. Here's one with a lot more pencil. I don't know, maybe charcoal, I don't know. I'm not an artist. Here we have Howie Mini Comics Special. And it's weird because there's no Howie. The character Howie's not in it. This farmer says, good morning, Earth. And the Earth starts talking back to him. At first, he's startled. The Earth actually, like these, if you can see, like a mouth comes out of the ground and says, good morning, farmer. And I guess he stayed up all night asking him questions. Because, I mean, if the Earth started talking to you, there's probably a lot of questions you want to ask it. A passion grew between them. And then we see him, the farmer, having sex with the soil. And the last panel says, that's the origin of the expression, fuck the world. So dumb. Just really good stuff, though. I guess you could see some Max Clotfelter in here, too. It's not really, it doesn't really look like him, but I get the same vibe from it. I wouldn't be surprised if they're mutual fans of each other. This guy's got an old lady with a shotgun on her. All right, Grandma, you're going to strip, see? Then I'm going to puke, see? So fucking weird. His sense of humor. The French kiss of death. Make sure, okay. This is a comic called Flowerhead. And it's almost like a little weird children's story. Flowerhead spent a lot of time looking into a lake, just thinking when he was a little kid. He got older, they put him in a special needs institution, even though there's nothing wrong with him. All day long, he'd build ugly sculptures. As an old man, he liked to go back to the stream where he sat as a child, thinking. He still felt like he understood nothing at all. Today, Flowerhead is dead. The end. Now go to sleep. I like this drawing here. See two guys in a bar singing Feelin' Groovy. This is like wood log man. And we see a little branch on the ground. It says poo, he tells us. This one, I have no fucking clue. This is so weird. It looks like this dying soldier. It looks like he has a helmet on. He looks like he's just, his eyeballs popping out of his socket. But I guess in his dying throes, he's slashing the neck of this old lady. Just an incredibly nasty, violent image where you not even quite sure what's going on. And he's yelling at this guy, do your part. I don't know at all what that means. But I like thinking about it and looking at this. It's like a little puzzle that I can't solve. Excuse me, guys. Let me get some water. I can't explain all these to you, but they're all kind of the same. That kind of just non sequitur, bizarre humor. We see this weird, scary creature throwing this little kid's sidekick in a garbage pail full of them. And he says, "Oh, sidekick hell." Don't really get that either. But it's kind of funny. Kind of like the way he draws this weird barbarian guy. Once again, don't get this at all, but I like that drawing. This little organ grinder monkey is thinking about like, oh, I wish I was back in the jungle, back in nature, instead of having to crank this fucking box. This one's so weird. This guy says, "Stop, police, I'm a cop, it's okay, it's okay." And he shows his badge, and then he blows his own brains out. And as he's dying, he says, "Got him." Wheeze, got him. I like that drawing there. This guy's showing off his various funny faces that he makes. I don't know, why is this funny to me? This guy looks like he's doing some martial arts on this guy, and as he's attacking him, he says, "I love you!" Just want you to know I'm not drunk today either. Now we have another mini Howie comics. And Howie is a friend who's kind of just as repulsive as he is. His name's Mitchell. And he's half naked. And for some reason the mom says, "Where are your clothes?" And so Mitchell says, "Hey, Howie, how come your mom doesn't bother you about walking around naked all the time?" And he just giggles and says, "I guess no one notices." And he says, "Gosh, I'm getting hungry." They're like, "Yeah." Mitchell's like, "Yeah, me too." So they're having a little picnic here. And then these kids from the special ed class walk by, and Howie and Mitchell say, "Hey, those are the special kids. They're weird." And that's the end of the comic. Very odd one. Gronk tries to envision the future. It looks like he nails it. Once again, I love this. Really like this drawing. Here's I don't know what he's using there. Some more of these little just sketchbook things. So loose, but just so, every limb is so well placed. Just the position he's in looks really just great. I keep finding myself chuckling, and I don't know why. I don't know why I think this looks funny to me. Don't understand this either. This one we just see a little island with a house on it. Stoner Island. Don't even think he's trying to be funny. Here's some more of that really thick inking style. "You left me to die that night, but I turned into pure blood. Blood and pain." We see him, he looks like a blob, a hemogoblin, if you will. And then he says, "Now since I met Suzanne, I don't care so much anymore." Life's so funny. These two cute birds are at this guy's window. "Shit, they found me. Move, man, move." Here's this little misanthrope who hates everything, just yelling about how he hates everything in the world. I like that one. I like most of these panels. Who am I kidding? And it continues in the back here. And he closes off with, I hate the way I am, the way I talk, the way I sing. I hate everything. So it's almost like it reminds me of a children's book, but a very a bad children's book to give to your child. And here's just a little information, legal information. And that's it, guys, for Howie Action Comix by Howard Chakowicz. And I'm just assuming it's pronounced that way. So, but I don't even know. I have no idea where you're going to get this stuff, guys. This publisher, never heard of them, Conundrum Press, they're called. I believe they're out of Canada. Yeah, they're a Montreal-based publishing house. So I kind of doubt these are still in print. Maybe they are, though. Who knows? But if you're like a weirdo like me, I think you might like his comics. So hunt him down. I think Wikipedia said he had a book come out like, I don't know, 8 years ago, 2016 or something. So there's other stuff out there. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope to see you next time here at the Herculespetix Academy of Comic Book Studies.